if we lose to the Dallas Cowboys, man, 3-5, fourth in the division, it's just not it, man. It's just not it. And that's okay. That's okay. It's not like we're the Panthers. It's not like we're in other situations where we're stuck in a situation. We're not stuck, right? We're not like in a position where the Browns are stuck with the whole contract with Deshaun Watson. The Panthers are stuck. They have no answers. We are not stuck. We're just in a shitty situation that most likely, if we lose to the Dallas Cowboys, we need to get a head start on the next transition and do a soft reboot. That's it. There is no rebuild, like tear everything down vibe. It's not like that. It's quite literally just a transition to the next era if we lose this game. The 49ers need to tell themselves, hey, we're underdogs this year. We're defying the odds. That's what we have to do. We put ourselves in a big fucking hole, and we got to get ourselves out of it. That's what the 49ers need to do. That's what they need to feel. That's what they need to lean on, that, hey, regardless of what Vegas is saying, 4.5 points, we constantly shoot ourselves in the foot. We're beating ourselves. We cannot pause. We only are good in the second quarter. We are underdogs. They have most likely will come back in the third and fourth quarter. We need to show that we are not that bitch of a team, that we can stand our ground for 4 quarters. That's what needs to happen. And the stars of this team, Bosa, Fred, Trent, Debo, the stars need to get their shit together. We're leaning on you. We need you. The transition of the next stars next year, they're too young, like Mustafa, Jair Brown. The next era, we can't rely on that. It's too soon. It's too soon for them. Demo, too soon. Ward, we need these stars who have been studs for the past 4 or 5 years to show the fuck up. Be captains. Whatever you need to do, go ask Dre Greenlaw how he does it. I still believe the 49ers can be a playoff team. I still think that a 7th seed can win the Super Bowl. It's just that the expectations are no longer there, which suck. It hurts. But like the Rams, they suck too, but they're looking pretty hot. Looking pretty good. So they're defying odds right now, and that's what 49ers got to do. They have to understand they're underdogs now. They don't have those expectations anymore, and they need to face that. That's what's happening. And right now, this is a must-win game against the Dallas Cowboys. It's not over. If they lose to the Dallas Cowboys, it's over. All right, I'll accept that. It's time to sell. Time to move on to the next era. Okay? So this is a big game. This is bigger than Kansas City. This is big. This is the biggest game of the San Francisco 49ers this year so far. We look dismantled. We look disorganized. We do not look like a team. If we lose to the Cowboys, okay, that would hurt. That would be big. That would be like, hey, it's time to because they don't have Bland. They don't have DeMarcus Lawrence. They don't have Micah Parsons. There's no excuse here. Mike Zimmer is washed. The Saints put 44 on this team. Multiple teams have put 40 plus on this squad. And if we can't even do that, we outright lose 30-17, I would be frustrated. I would feel bamboozled. I would feel like I got scammed out of this year to believe that this, because I did believe that we were a better team this year. We were supposed to be on paper, and we're not. Even with Christian McCaffrey out, because Jordan Mason has been a top 10 running back, except for in the red zone. He's been shit. But outside of that, no one's been good in the red zone. Not even him. We need this W. This W would save the team, and we need to score more than 20 points on this squad. I want to see 30-plus points on this squad. There is no excuse for this team to not score touchdowns, okay? There's no excuse for this team to not score 30 points. That's what I'm expecting. And you know what? That's what I'm expecting based on the fact that this defense is ass, and if we're good and we can win the Super Bowl, this is what we have to do to them. However, the expectation based on what's been happening all year, we're going to suck in the first quarter, be dominant in the second quarter, be up 20 points in the second half, and then just choke it all away because the defense can't complement the offense. It's either that's going to happen or the offense is going to be shit first, second, third, and fourth quarter. That's what's going to happen. That is the story of the entire team. Oh, and special teams, by the way. Garbage. Their special teams isn't bad either. They got good special teams. They have a good special teams. You could almost argue that this should not be a 4.5 game. This should be like a 1.5 favorite game. You could argue the 49ers shouldn't even be favored. You could argue that. And that's crazy because the Cowboys are worse. Not only were they worse all year compared to last year, they're worse on paper before the year started. But we need this W. We cannot go into the bye week without this W. Especially with the trade deadline being what it is, and be like, should you sacrifice picks and older players? It's such a crucial W. It's a crucial game right before the trade deadline. And I don't expect us to lose against the Cowboys. I don't expect us to lose. I expect us to win because I do not think the 49ers are worse than the Dallas Cowboys. Even through everything that's been happening throughout the year, the Kansas City Chiefs won. That one you could say was expected. They had everything going for themselves, especially against us in general. The Dallas Cowboys, however, we have everything against them. Trends, curses, history, whatever you want to come up with. The team itself right now is better. Everything is better than the Cowboys, except for special teams. There is no excuse for this loss. There's excuses for the Kansas City Chiefs loss. There's no excuse for this one. It's sell or buy based on W or based on loss. We lose, sell. If we win, start buying. Get us a pass rusher. But I do think the 49ers are a little hungrier than the Cowboys. Yes, I think so too. I think the Cowboys they're distracted. They are in worse turmoil than us. We're in turmoil, yes, but they are way more issues than us right now, okay? They got way more problems. I don't want to lose this game. I really don't want to lose this game because what sucks is I'm going to have to go on live every single week because I'm going to keep doing that. I'm not going to give up on my team in the sense that I'm not going to stop reporting about them, talking about them. And even if they lose to the Dallas Cowboys, and this sounds very contradictory when I say it this way, I'm still going to root for them. I'm still going to try and root for them to defy the odds. I'm still going to do whatever I can to be a fan, to be a faithful, and be like, hey, just like Papa said, hey, they may lose this game, but afterwards they can get their shit going after the bye. There is still that. I'm still going to believe, but I'm going to change my expectations, if that makes sense. I'm still going to believe. I'm still going to be there for my team. As long as there is a real window, and remember that is like we're not calculated mathematically out of the playoffs. Until we're mathematically out of the playoffs, it's all done. Until that happens, I'm not going to give up. But I'm going to tell you the expectations at this point. I'm going to tell you the reality of things. But I'm not going to sit here and tell you to stop believing. I'm not going to sit here and tell you that, hey, just because we sold players at the trade deadline, we're going to stop trying to win games. We're going to stop rooting for our team to win. I'm sorry. I'm not into the whole losing so we can get a higher draft pick thing. It's not my thing. So we need to keep believing, still be by our team, regardless of how you feel about Kyle Shanahan, regardless of how you feel about this team. Until we're calculated, till we're completely out of the playoffs and it's over, I'm going to keep believing. Not expecting anymore, believing. Two different things. So, and I hope the 49ers fans out there too understand that. I want to be serious when I have to be serious. I want to be real with you when I have to be real with you. And that's how I see it. But I also still want you to be 49ers fans. I still want you to represent. Because we are bang, bang, Niner gang regardless. We're still in it. We're still in it. We're still 49ers fans. We are the faithful, not the hopeful. Exactly. We're going to keep believing until the window is shut. But this is a must win because that changes the expectation and it changes the situation where it's okay, time to sell and work with what you got. Get those rookies those reps they need. And hey, if we start winning games and dominant and we get to the playoffs somehow, that'd be fantastic. When we keep believing, still root for my team, hopefully we go to the playoffs and win a Super Bowl. But in the situation, if you lose to the Cowboys, you're 3-5, you need to get a head start on the transition. That's how I look at it. It's not over, but the situation's changed.